Morning, guys. So it's Saturday morning. A little cool out, but it's sunny for a change. We've had some miserable weather, man. My driveway's a disaster. My square body's sitting in the driveway right now out of gas because I used up all the gas to try to get unstuck 3 times. It took me like an hour to get out of the driveway. But anyway, I got a buddy bringing me some gas. I got a helper in the shop for the weekend. Goes by the name of Emmett. Heard he's pretty good with a ratchet, so I'll introduce you to him in a couple of minutes. And yeah, I'm hoping to wrap this thing up today, tomorrow. Gonna get on a few things on the dash. The reason I really need to get gas in my truck is I gotta pick up a couple of things for the truck. Yeah, and then headliner. Get on that. So that's what I'm up to. And yeah, might stick around. We'll just get to it. All right, so here's Emmett. He's a pretty well-behaved dog, and just dog sitting for the weekend. But yeah, so Emmett's going to stay out here with me all weekend till Sunday night, and I don't think he's going to be a problem at all. So there you go, Emmett the dog, black lab, male, good pup. Hey, pup. Anyway, okay, time to get back to work. Okay, over to our list. Heater core is done. And fuel gauge is done. Okay. So, I've got, last big job I've got is right there. The headliner. All right. I'm gonna go to the porch, go grab it and set it up in here. All right, so never done a headliner before. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Yeah, okay. I got it laid out on the table here. Show you what we got. What I've done so far, it's not much, but it's given me a start, I think. So there it is. There's 2 pieces. Got extra material hanging over all the way around. Now, this is obviously the front piece. That's where the sun visor goes, and you can tell by the shape, goes in at the windshield. And this is the back piece, because it's kind of rounded down here, and it's got all the slots for the screws in the trim piece. See those little holes there? So they correspond. So what I did was I just took that trim piece, because these were kind of flat, and I just clamped it on the curve to try and get that curve in there, because this stuff bends real easy. But if you already got a curve to start with, it should make life that much easier. Probably going to do the same thing with this piece. Set that up on there, clamp it down, and just to get that curve. Now, I'm not sure what's going on here. I see all these slots also for screws. I have nowhere to screw it to. There's nothing up there, and there's nothing in this trim piece. But this trim piece here is designed so that one of the panels fits in this slot, and the other panel fits in this slot, and what you see on the inside is that. So hopefully you can get it in there nice and snug, and it'll stay together. I'm hoping, anyway. So we'll see. I'm going to let this take shape for a little while longer, and I'm going to try and put both pieces together in one. So I'm obviously going to have to trim off this excess material here and here, because it's just going to bugger me up trying to get into that slot. And then back here, this should be trimmed flush as well. I'm going to leave the sides though, because that's going to be kind of tucked into my the door rubbers, the wind lace or whatever you want to call it, and to kind of tighten it up and hold everything in place. And I'm hoping, I don't know, it doesn't look too good right now, but I've got enough material at the front to completely cover that piece. If not, I'm going to have to come up with something to finish it off. but it'll be close. Might just need some kind of a trim or something. I don't know. It's made actually so that the overhang of the material fits underneath those windshield moldings right there. So see what we got, get it in place. I hope. I may have to get a buddy here to give me a hand to put this in place, because I don't know if I can hold it together and get it up into the top of the car or the roof of the truck and get the the screws started on here and everything else. So I can see an exercise in frustration coming. I'll probably need a hand with this. But anyway, I can get started, maybe get it put together and sitting on the sawhorses ready to go in. Okay, so I've Googled Googled it a couple of times, a couple different videos, 4 of them I think, and every single one of them, each guy put in the front piece first and brought the second one in to it. So seems to work. So I'm going to give it a shot. But my first thing is I started trimming this off now, trimming it flush, and you'll do the same on this piece. So I'll go ahead, finish cutting that in, and when I'm ready to fit the channel, the joiner, or whatever you want to call it, the bow, I'll come back for that. Anyway, I'll finish cutting this in and both sides, and then we'll come and see what how it goes. All right, so I've been trying for about 20 minutes to try and slide this piece onto the front piece before I put it in. Problem is, this isn't glued all the way to the edge, so I'm just fighting with it. I'm gonna have to get some glue and hold that down, because there's just no way it's gonna slide in there. Pain in the ass. Headliners, I don't like them already. My first one, and I already hate them. But whatever. So I gotta get some glue. Period. That's all there is to it. All right. So let's say you bought a car in Alberta and it's sitting in a field, doesn't run, and you live in Prince Edward Island and you want to get the car or truck hauled from Alberta to PEI. Well, the guy I've used is Ian over at Wolf Train Services Limited. Ian specializes in field cars, and he's based out of Saskatchewan, so pretty center of the country, and he hauls coast to coast. Apparently now he can also arrange shipping to the US. You can take like 3 vehicles or more at a time, and if even if you're looking for something specific, you get a hold of Ian and there's a good chance you can find it. He sends me pictures of cars in fields, fields full of trucks, farmers' fields, So you find stuff all the time, and if you're looking for something old, there's a good chance Ian can find it. So give Ian a shout. That's his email is Ian at wolftrainservicesltd.com. That's Ian at wolftrainservicesltd.com. Give him a shout and set up your own arrangements for communication. And good luck with your project. Oh, I got to get some work done. Okay, so I went to the hardware store and I didn't bring my glasses with me. So they've got 100 glues there. I didn't know what to pick. Can't read the microscopic writing on the back. So I took a guess. I went with Gorilla Glue because, gorillas are cool, man. But after reading it, it says it may stain clothing. Okay. Does that mean it'll stain the upholstery? I don't know. So I'm gonna try a little piece first. Let's see what happens. This stuff takes a long time to dry too. I didn't realize that. Contact cement should have been the way to go, I guess. but I couldn't find any at the friggin' Canadian Tire, so it is what it is. So I'm gonna glue a piece, a small. I'll show you. It will go down here, boom. Okay, so I cut a small piece out off my cutoff, and yeah, we'll just try gluing that up, see what happens. I'm just going to glue it to the back side. But my concern is that the glue will burn through the upholstery and you'll be able to see it. So do that. Don't touch the upholstery. Stick that on there. It says put some weight on it. Ugh. Or clamp it. There we go. That should do it. It says let it sit for a couple hours. So I'll see how that looks when it's dry and how well it sticks. If it's good, well then I'll go ahead and use it on the edge. But it pisses me off because now I know I'm not going to get it done tonight. But there is some other stuff I can do, so I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so on the front piece, these holes are for the sun visors. But there's only one set. The other sun visor on the passenger side was an option, and they didn't all come with it. So this isn't drilled for it. So I have two. I'm putting both on. So I need to make a cardboard template, I guess. Trace out that hole so that I can transfer it over to that side and cut that before I even put this thing on. So I can do that at least. Prep everything and get it ready. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and make a cardboard template, and I think this video is going to be a two-parter, man. Damn it. Alright, so I made up my template. I did the old get your fingers dirty trick and just rubbed around. Got my hole location. I checked this against the truck, this being the driver's side, of course. Then I went and checked on the passenger side, and this is the trick. You got to make sure you do this, or your holes won't line up. You got to flip it over when you transfer the pattern on the other side. So this side will be down on the other side when I trace it out. So I'll go ahead, trace that out, figure out where my holes are going to be, and then we'll get them drilled out and all that stuff. So yeah, might as well get as much prepped as I can. Alright, so I'll show you what will happen to you if you don't flip it over, right? You got to flip it over to trace it over. So if you don't, okay, it looks like it's going to be okay, but look at the hole locations, way off. You know, it's up here, here, and over here. So make sure you flip it over when you transfer the pattern. Anyway, I can go ahead and drill this out, get this set up. I'll probably just use a small bit, and then I'll use a step bit to widen this up. I'll trim out the material a little bit, and yeah, we'll call it good. All right, so I don't want the material on my dirty old sawhorses. This, I'll put a piece of cardboard down. What's up, Pooch? I stand right under your feet. Check the hole size. Okay. I think we'll go just a little bit bigger. Okay, into hole saw. Or a step bit, whatever. A bigger one. Look at that stupid blade. Okay, I'll cut this out first. I should be able to work with that. All right, so I'm set for that now. Well, I just gotta wait for that glue to dry and see how it holds and make sure it doesn't burn through the material. Then I can go ahead and glue my lip up and clamp something down on it, and hopefully we can get this in first thing in the morning. All right, so there you go. I'm a little disappointed. I kind of wanted to get that in today, but hopefully that glue is good. First thing in the morning, we'll put her in. If the glue is no good, I'll have to go into town and get some contact cement. That's all. Um, hope not. Anyway, we'll see. Yeah, so it's gonna be a two-parter. Anyway, everything is set to go, so that's not bad. I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to be doing. I think, maybe, sort of. And yeah, we'll slap this sucker in tomorrow. That's the last big job left. And after that, it's a couple of mirrors, windshield trim, and clean it. That's it. We're done. Oh, I got a couple of markers put on the dash. No biggie. I've got them now. So it's just a matter of drilling 2 holes. The wires are there. I know which ones are which. Just for the signal indicators. So yeah, we'll get that done. Anyway, if you like the content, please subscribe. Tell your buddies, help spread the word, all that good stuff. Like the video, and leave comments. Comments are always good. And you know, when you're doing these videos, YouTube credits you with things if you get, it's called engagements, so that's comments. So the more comments you get, the better it is for the video. That, and if you so choose, you can support the channel. Go down to the share button, just to the right of the share button, and there's a little menu button there. You press on that where it says thanks. You say thanks, Dan, and buy old Dan a coffee or a beer, and I truly would appreciate it. And if you're interested, Ian at Wolf Train Services, I'm going to put his contact info in comments, and you can take it from there and cut your deal with him, and I'm out of it. So there you go. And yeah, if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.